Alright, we are back. So, this is Kenshin here. I think we're in, I want to say episode 4. I'm just shooting and then I'll lazily edit and, I don't even think edit's the right word. I'm just going to remux these and put them on YouTube. But we can check then what number we're on. So, I have pre-set up my bait trap area. We have got the singular bone that we're looking for. I set out more of those survivalist trainers to hopefully get us more bait, more worms. And these are just cranking through. So I will put my bait traps up here. I'm waiting for this grass to grow. We haven't talked about those yet, so I'm just ahead of myself. But right now we wanted bone meal. To make bone meal we needed... Where did my mortar go? There we go. Gotta break bone meal. If you played an earlier version of this, they changed this so now you get 4 instead of 3. Which I think just works out nice. I think 4 fits into recipes better. Alright, now we can make our arcane ashes. You might think you need a whole bunch of these. I'm just gonna toss this into the fire. Toss that into the fire. Now we wait. You can see these red particles coming off, so that means it's working. I want to get an angle on it so that I can see it. You can see the bone meal there. And this will turn into this blackened spirit. We wait long enough. You can do multiples of these and it doesn't take any longer, so like if I threw all my bone meal in there, I'd get 4 of these out for the same amount of time. And I am going to need more of these later, but I don't know when I'll need them. So I'm not going to invest my bone meal into them yet. Alright, we have the arcane ashes. So if you've never used arcane ashes for blood magic, they work by you put them on the ground and then you feed items into them. So you feed whatever this left item is and then the right item. And what I really want, I want the formation wand and I want the builder wand. But I do recommend if you're playing to look through these because they do have a lot of cool stuff. Like you can get clouds buff, which you need to make mushrooms and mooncaps. You can get the rubber tree. I don't know why you would bother transmuting meat, but you can transmute meat. You make this liquid dirt clay bucket, which is pretty cool. The ender shard, which is also useful. You need that for some crafting stuff. Don't know if it's worth making the pasture seed, the philosopher's stone, the summoning altar, that's a big one, candleberry. So we're going to use this to make a lot of stuff. But I want this guy, so I just covalence dust and a stick. And this is why I made so much covalence dust. I just get 19 uses from these, so you don't need to go super ham and craft a bazillion of them all at once, which I learned the hard way. Where's my covalence dust on my person? Covalence dust stick. Thank God. Ugh, now I can go crazy building stuff. Alright. Excellent. Excellent. So I want this to grow. This is kind of my next task is I want to get these traps. Get the bacon mushroom burger. I get this stuff. Get this. I guess I'll make these other guys too, so maybe not. That requires a bone. I do want both of those wands. Oh, I have 2 bones. Perfect. So we will make 2 of those wands. There's bone and obsidian, so I'm going to need a lot of obsidian here. 1, 2, 3, I think. Obsidian are EMC expensive. They cost, 4,000 each. Put that down. Put the obsidian on there. That again here. And I'm pretty sure this one I just add more obsidian to it, right? So this is basically saying invest EMC to make this suit. Alright, check. Black granite. I don't know how to get more of this. Like, I've looked at this recipe, and, like, where do you get black granite cobblestone from? Where do you get black granite from? Like, you hellfire kin this cobblestone. It just comes out of nowhere. So, I don't know. Alright, so this is like a build to me wand. So if I right click, I can add a material to it that I want to use. I think if I left click, it gets rid of it. If I left click multiple things, it'll build patterns of them. I don't really understand that. Can't say I care that much. This one lets you build in the air. So like if I put this in here, and then I can tell it, if I hold shift and scroll, I can select different building positions relative to stuff. Okay, well, thing like this. But this will actually let you build in the air. I think it builds at a set distance from you. Let's see if cyclic has more controls. So category, cyclic. No, I don't have that, I don't have that. Don't have that. Item shift up, down. Yeah, none of that means anything to me. So there's probably some instructions underneath about what these do. I think these are like relative to the block you're looking at. You can choose if it builds it above it, below it. The left and the right, I guess if you're looking at something, they're all just relative. I don't know what this chest card means. But this would be nice if I wanted to, like, extend my farm, say. Build something, I don't know. That looks collinear, right? Oh god. Okay, wow, can I... It's way out there, and that is absolutely not collinear. Alright, well, we tried, you know? So I'm going to extend my farms a bit and plant some more seeds. Maybe put up that orchard with these cool new tools I have, and we'll be right back. Actually, one thing I want to do that I just remembered, which is I can make a transmutation tablet now that I have the alchemy. And this is super nice because now I don't have to keep going back to the stupid table. I can just summon the objects to me as I need them. And that will make building my farm over there a lot easier. And you don't have, like, I built the farm because I like making farms. I think they're cute. But obviously you don't have to invest the time in building that in the void dimension. You could wait until you get to the overworld or just not do it at all and just grow what you want. But I'm going to have little plots for everything. So we'll be right back. Just a fun preview while we're working here. You can use the formation wand now that I've made it out farther to go bloop. For some reason this makes my XP bar glow. I don't think I need as much space as I'm making for myself here, but it's pretty cool. This is a lot more farmland than I think I need. Alright, so now we're going to go back. Build that. 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 That missed. That missed. The ranged building scepter I do not love. You can see my failed attempts to use it, and they all missed. Every single one of them was in the wrong Y dimension. I feel like it should be the Z dimension, but I don't make Minecraft, so. Oh, what happened there? Oh, I wasn't close enough to select it. Okay, there we go. Break this, unfortunately. All right, so that was my fun sneak preview. I'll keep. We're living life. Oh, okay. All right, okay, so we're back. So I made. Oh, that's my nutrition thing. Forgot about that. 8 fields. So I planted grass in them, and I'll hoe them later once that's grown some. Depending on if I get the Philosopher's Stone or not, I might be able to just go do those before they finish growing. Planted my apple seeds, which will grow into apple trees, which grow apples. A little more reliable than getting them from other stuff. These have been fairly prolific, so I have a ton of clay now, and not a lot of bones. But now we'll put out the bait traps. So I don't know if you've used the trap before or not. Ground trap, I guess we'll call it. These are pretty dope. I need a chest. I can use twine here, which I'm totally going to do. Because twine is cheaper than cotton. I have not planted my cotton field yet. I will need to do that though. So I want 9 of these traps. It's going to take 27 of these. 9 boxes, 9 chests, a lot of wood. Wood. 2, 9. Wait. And these have an interesting mechanic on them. Trap in there for now. So I already set this up. The way a bait trap works, do I have a shovel? I don't have a shovel. Is it needs to be touching at least 5 blocks, grass blocks, I think. Yeah, it doesn't say, but oh, down here is what it should be. 5 grass or dirt blocks in cardinal directions up to 2 blocks away. So the way I have this set up, so I'm going to put them on in this little zigzag here. Notice I have hoppers or whoppers underneath these to collect the drops automatically. So each of these is touching at least 5. So if I look at this guy who's on the edge, touching 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 grass. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This will be 5 eventually. Once the grass finishes growing in, I guess I have an extra row of grass here. I don't really need 2 on both sides because like this is 1, 2, 3, 4. Never mind, we're good. Yeah, this is extra. I don't need this one. So we'll tear it down. And we'll let this grow just because these give more tick chances that those will grow. I think that works. Alright, and then these use bait. So I can use veggie, grain, and fruit bait. Different bait result in different things coming out of the trap. So like if I use fruit bait, I get rabbit, leather. Basically I get rabbit and chicken, duck drops. If I use grain, I get turkey, cow, more chicken drops, duck drops. If I use veggie, I get venison, deer, more sheep. Sheep wasn't the previous one. Deer, sheep, chicken, duck drop. So I do need a lot of beef for things, so ideally I want a lot of grain traps, but I'm just going to split these evenly. 3 for fruit, 3 for grain, 3 for veggie. Let's see if I have enough stuff for that. So currently I have wheat as a grain. I planted, use this lettuce. Right. Let's see. They're both kind of I want 21s because these split nicely into the different traps. And then lastly, a fruit. Do I have a green veggie? I don't know if I have enough pineapple. Let's see. Grow is not on? No, it has to be on farmland. Do I have other? Oh, I have apples. I don't have apples yet, though. I could put these down and coagulate them into more stuff. I'm not super keen on field yet. And I want the Ham's pineapples because they drop more pineapples. This is a good time to actually look at. So this uses something from accepts any list all fruit. So because we turned on that search function, we can search by NBT. Like these are all the things that count as fruit. I wonder if those berries in my lunchbox count. No, of course not. No, of course not. Useless berries. I don't have any other ones. We'll get these soon, actually. Most of the rest of these. We'll get all the Pam's food soon. That we can get regardless of these. Ooh. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to suck it up. Pull one of my fields. Actually, hold it. Let me just... Forgot I didn't put any dirt under the middle of these, so I'm going to 2 pieces. And then do that again. Alright, excellent, excellent. Weird stuff. I'm gonna undo this hoeing later, which is why I want to hoe grass so I get worms. That's really what this is about. One pineapple seed, a coagulated plant. And this I think will work because I think when you coagulate plant this, it bugs and makes full grown pineapples. So totally taking advantage of that. Also growing it are not grass tiles. And then we'll just stomp on all this grass, all this farmland, to make it dirt again so that we can get our worms. I really want the worms, okay? The worms basically act like free passive bone meal. And there are other things that do it, so we'll get a sprinkler as a quest reward, we'll get rustic bees, which also accelerate growth around them. You know, pollination, I guess. You guys see the bee vaccine that they announced? Kind of bacteria they insert into the queens. Somehow their offspring inherit that immunity. That's kind of cool. Who knew? Who knew bees were so interesting? Now we need a ton of twine. Because each of those uses 3 twine. So I need 3 times 21 times 3. Right? Yeah. I don't know what that number is. Big number. That's the same as 9 times 21. I want grass. Oh. What do I do? Do I mush this? Do I trim it? I bet I trim it. Yep, we trim it. Into plant fibers. And return these. Entwine. And they run out. Alright, so let's start with this. Oh, that makes sense. It's like almost 3 stacks. Yeah. So I need a little bit more. Another 2 stacks? 2 stacks should be fine. I can use 4 stacks to get this far. So hungry. Why is that? I'm gonna do 1 durability. That you useless reptile. Alright. And then, but not least, our green. I don't think those are worth saving, so we'll just toss them off. Alright, so now we're going to load up our traps, and our traps will automatically produce good stuff for us. I have done this better. There we go. 28 each, I guess. Notice that when you put one in, it immediately eats it, so I put in 21, but it drops down to 20. That first one is always lost. So just be careful that you aren't like spoon feeding these in one at a time, because they will all get destroyed without getting you anything back. Alright, so that's our bait trap. These should just passively generate stuff for free. Take out the dirt that fell in there when we broke the tops. These are rustic apple trees, so these leaves will eventually all grow apples. Any leaf that's touching sky. You can't twerk these trees into existence, sadly. So we'll leave those. And now I think we're ready to move on. Let's see, we're at 23 minutes, so maybe we can get the Zen summoning altar. Click a little ways off. Okay, get the terracotta. Do I need grout and seared brick for this? No. Do need a bunch of clay, but that's fine. It's rice. Restoration, that's easy. Take to make this Zen. Bookshelf. Oh, I didn't make a sugarcane farm. I'm gonna... Let's see, we'll plop down a sugarcane farm real quick. I'm gonna decide if I want to expand this way or just kind of make a big line. I feel like I should go this way. Yeah, I think that'll work. So I'll build that. Alright, I've expanded the fields. I planted cotton. So this will help me get string. I still only have 3 worms, which I'm surprised. I did some hoeing to try to get more. There's supposed to be a 5% drop rate. Like, one of these fields has 80 blocks in it. I should get 4 worms per field, but I got no worms per field. So not sure what's going on there. I think maybe because I used the crystal hoe instead of stone hoes. I planted some sugar cane too. These will grow like infinitely tall or maybe like 20 tall. So that's a lot. I left a little sand field here for when I get cacti and for a little bit of Pam sorcery. We are now, oh, that has an apple growing in it. Now we're just really trying to get the summoning altar, which is tedious to get because we need paper, and the only way we can get paper is... Oh, grow sugarcane. Okay, so maybe I'll do that. We can also take plant fiber and dry it on a drying rack, but the drying rack requires strength. But I think we'll just do this recipe. And I need 27 paper, I think. 27. 9 paper, 27. Alright, there we go. And I want to make these things. Let's hope I have 3 leather. My crafts have been running for a while, so I should have that. I need leather to summon villagers. I'll take this. Oops. And then we should be good to make guy. This covalence dusted, right? Alright, so bam, bam, bam. Put that. Put it in a lunchbox. Put this burger in a lunchbox. Now we have the summoning altar. So we're going to use this to summon villagers using the summoning recipe. Unfortunately, I do need more leather. I can use the leather I have currently to summon cows and get a little more targeted leather production, which I might do. I have 4 leather, which is enough for 2 cows. And I could breed them, or you could just skip and get 2 villagers. I might just get 2 villagers and let this keep going. I should have the beef and the bones that I need. This is a good way of getting bones too. How many beef do I need? Just 1. And I need the devil dust, which is just burning this thing. So why don't we continue down the other? Why am I missing that? Yay, I did it! Oh, cool, I got more bones. Alright, I like bones. Alright, so now we need to get over here. This alchemic condenser uses terracotta, which, you know, we got it right here, so gonna, I guess. Why did that not work? Can I not vein mine this? I hope I can vein mine this. Alright, so we'll set to shapeless. Oh no, I can't vein mine this? What a pain. Alright. I'm gonna mine all this, I'll be right back. Alright, we have mined all the terracotta and replaced it with stuff. There's a little more than a stack there, which is okay. So now we need to craft the alembic and the alchemic thing and the alchemic retort. See if that worked. That did put them over there. I know that I need bricks for this one, so I need to cook 16 clay. Set up here should not take too long. Where can I those will cook. While those cook, I want to set up my villager prison. So if we look at this quest, it's going to tell us, get a little ways away from it, but that mods don't spawn naturally. You can use them to summon, use Zen summoning to summon a zombie villager and then convert him into a villager using this apple of restoration. And then from there we can make a philosopher's stone using either a heart or an emerald. And villager trading is disabled, but the villagers passively generate emerald fragments. I forget what they're called. Emerald shards? So what we're going to do is we're going to trap a whole bunch of cured villagers in a hole and use them to generate emerald for us, and I think we can upgrade to emerald tools off of that. But we'll make the alchemics stuff and then probably call it this episode. Terracotta, slime ball. Oh, my terracotta. That little stack. Slime balls require rice. Rice? No. I'm going to need my bucket back. Bucket back. I turned it into a bait pot. That's right. Right. That hammer. Do I have a used hammer? I do have a used hammer. Requires a lot of water. And we did. Okay, we go. There, and then boom. Quite a bit of water. Alright, so we need 2 of these, and so this will use 1 of those flint blocks we got for who knows why. Oh, I thought I was going to use my bucket up. Okay, gotta keep the bucket. Clear those from our favorites. Now I need the elixir of instant health, which, if I recall, requires glass, so I'm just going to toss some of these on here real quick. Alright. So I'm going to set up my alchemic condenser over here, I think. Looks like a good spot, right? Maybe I'll put it on the side closer to the farm, because it uses ingredients. I want to make sure when you're putting down these retorts that they face towards it, because they have this little piece that needs to stick onto it. Now that I have that, I can go take my excessive amounts of low-grade charcoal and dump them in here. And then I want to make this elixir of instant health. And the reason I want this is because it's used in this apple of restoration. I need beef. Every day it looks more and more like I should make that cow pen. What are we doing with beef? I've got 4 beef, 7 leather. I need... Okay, I think we'll be okay. We'll be okay. We need 2 beef to make 2 elixirs. 2 chamomile. That should get us glass. That to make some bottles. I do have to put water in this. I forgot about, so... I don't think there's any reason not to fill it up. Alright, wife came to take the baby, so we can wrap this up. Put a few more buckets of this in here. 1. And then we put in our chamomile and our beef, and we'll get those elixirs. Elixirs also a good way to heal ourselves. Um, let's see, we can put these back in the tablet. I can't put my off here. There we go. But I do think that, there we go, elixir of instant health. This is probably a good spot to end the episode. Come back next time and we will summon some monsters. I'll make some pens and some villager personal hellholes. See you then.